Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 2 of an Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood Prologue walkthrough. In the previous part, we were just about to follow Evely Sharp Arrow to Riften, where we'll continue our investigation of the Longhouse Emperor's secret. So that's what we're going to do right now. Alright, I'm coming with you to Riften.
The deciphered document. It mentions the person who hired me, Farrell Lupus. Could he really be Emperor Leovic's steward? I guess it's possible. Anyway, I'm supposed to bring this book I recovered to him. Well, to his contact in Riften, anyway.
Tell me more about this book you recovered.
Farrell Lupus sent me to retrieve the book from Blackdrake Villa, one of the Longhouse Emperor's hidden retreats. I found it and a journal, the one that led me to Nasalis. It's a strange old tome. I can't read any of the words, if they are words.
What do you mean you can't read it?
It's written in a language I've never seen before. Looking at the pages makes my eyes hurt, and just carrying it around, it's kind of uncomfortable. Will you come with me to Riften? I want to deliver the book and be done with this business.
I'll go with you to Riften to deliver the book.
I never actually met with Farrell Lupus directly. Everything was done through an intermediary, a mage named Renna. We can find her at the Mages Guild Hall in Riften. My brother has a cart we can use to make the journey, or I can just meet you there.
What else do you know about Farrell Lupus?
Before we found the document my brother deciphered for us, I assumed he was a scholar or a book collector or something. I had no idea he was the steward of the last Longhouse Emperor. We never met, just exchanged letters until he sent me to Renna.
And what should I know about Renna?
Renna's some kind of mage. She gave me the final instructions for my mission to the villa and handed over the gold. Well, the first payment. I'm promised more when I deliver the book. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get a fair share of the reward.
You better. Tell me more about the book you were sent to retrieve from Blackdrake Villa.
Neither Farrell's letters nor my discussion with Renna provided much information. They told me where to look and gave me a map. It had a description of the book written in the corner. I've been carrying it around for a while now. It's difficult.
Difficult how?
It's hard to describe. It's like carrying a weight, but not like a heavy pack or anything. More like a burden, a constant worry that never subsides. I've also had dreams lately. Bad ones. But I don't want to talk about them. Not yet.
Why didn't you deliver the book as soon as you retrieved it?
Those feelings weren't there at the beginning. Plus, I found that journal. I took it to my brother to decipher. By then, I realized the Longhouse Emperors were hiding something. I wanted to know more. So, I went to Nasalis, met you, and here we are.
Did you show your brother the book? Maybe he can translate it.
Yeah, I thought of that. He took one look at the thing and handed it right back to me. Said it wasn't any language he ever saw and wanted nothing to do with it. Some brother, right?
Maybe he was smart not messing with that book. So this explains a lot. The Gates of Oblivion trailer... Alright, we're going to take the cart to Riften. The Gates of Oblivion trailer showed her having a nightmare. She was looking at the book and there was a nightmare with Mehrunes Dagon in it. Inside of an Oblivion realm. So, now we know what the book was.
Oh, I was sent for you.
Sorry, Corporal Bredrick. I'm busy. I'm doing other things. Where do I need to go? Oh, I need to go. I see. Alright, I'm gonna go grab this way shrine. This will be useful to have.
Hey, friend! Over here! You made it! I'm glad you're here. I wasn't looking forward to facing Renna alone. Not after what we found out.
Are you sure Renna is here?
Yeah, I spotted her in the main hall. Look, I've been thinking. Since Farrell, Lupus, and Renna weren't totally honest with me, I might as well use an intermediary of my own. Plus, something's not right about all this. Will you talk to Renna for me?
Sure, I'll go talk to Renna, but what do you mean that something's not right?
I'm not sure, but I want to keep watch. I've had the feeling that someone's been following me since I arrived in Riften.
Uh-oh.
I might be acting like a cracked acorn, but better safe than sorry, right?
Yeah, definitely.
In our spellcraft?
That's the arcane aspect of magic.
Over
The
here,
elements
Initiate.
we draw upon.
Your mind works in amusing ways, Daniel. Perhaps more research is needed.
Yes? Is there something I can help you with?
I represent Evely Sharparrow. She wants to turn over the item you sent her to recover.
Evely? She found Farrell's book? Oh, that's wonderful news. But why is Evely standing way over there? And why are you talking to me instead of her? What's this all about, stranger?
When Evely found out that you hadn't been completely honest with her, she decided to be cautious.
Not completely honest. Just what are you implying? Is Evely attempting to change the terms of our deal? Farrell offered a fair price for what he asked her to do.
We know that Farrell Lupus was Emperor Leovic's steward.
Quiet. If certain ears heard those words, our lives wouldn't be worth a hawker's blister. I suppose it's time for Evely to meet Farrell. We have a house here in Riften, around the corner from the bank. Just knock 2 times or he won't respond.
All right. All right, let's go to this house. See what we can find out.
Doesn't sound good. Hurry, let's get inside.
Oh, great. By the time I pick the lock, he's gonna be dead. He put a handprint on the page, and he's dead.
No, 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 no! Oh, Renna. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Farrell! I told him to forget about the past, but did he listen? No!
Farrell Lupus was murdered. Does this have something to do with Emperor Leovic's secret?
You know about that? Maybe. Probably. Farrell never told me a lot about his time serving the Emperor, but I knew it was on his mind recently. That's why he hired Evely. He said he wanted to make things right.
So who do you think killed him? I found the sheet of paper on his body.
A sheet of... Oh, gods. That's a sign of the Dark Brotherhood. They assassinated my poor Farrell, and all because of something that should have stayed buried with the damn Longhouse Emperors.
Tell us what you know about this secret. Everything we found so far let us hear.
Then I guess you've reached a dead end. Farrell never told me much, just that he needed the book he sent Evely to find. That he had to correct a terrible mistake. He also mentioned that Leovic told him things, but he never got into specifics.
I'm sorry Farrell Lupus was killed. But what should Evely do with the book he sent her to find?
I don't care about the book. I want nothing to do with it. If the Dark Brotherhood thinks I know anything, they'll come after me. And you as well. You should forget about Farrell and Leovic and that book. Forget about them and go far, far away.
I assure you I'm not afraid of the Dark Brotherhood. You said Leovic told Farrell things, but you don't know specifics. Anything you can remember may help.
You know, Things. State secrets, I suppose. Hidden dreams, wild desires. Farrell helped raise the Emperor. They were close. Or as close as the most powerful man in the world and his steward can be. Once, Farrell mentioned another secret.
Did this secret involve something called the Four Ambitions?
Ambitions? No, I don't recall any mention of that. Farrell didn't say much. Just referred to something as the secret of the Longhouse Emperors. I got the feeling it had something to do with Daedra worship. And some sort of weapons. That's all I know.
Come on, let's talk outside. I'll meet you out back under the dock.
Okay. What are we gonna do, Evely?
What do you think? Did the Dark Brotherhood really assassinate Farrell Lupus? Is this book he sent me to retrieve really that important? I'm not sure what we should do next, so if you have any ideas, I can't wait to hear them.
We have a strange book, a secret that may concern the fate of the world, and a murdered steward.
That about sums it up. Plus the dreams I've been having. Ever since I found that book, I've been having the most strange and disturbing dreams.
What kind of dreams?
Nothing specific. I'm always someplace. A forest, a town. Then the ground starts to shake or fire erupts all around me. Once the place was flooded by a deluge of water. And there are always 4 animals watching from a nearby hill.
What kind of animals?
A huge boar, a fox, and a pair of identical rams. Weird, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I'm attributing the dreams to the book, but it could be something I ate. My diet has been all over the place these past few weeks.
That's interesting, but it doesn't really help us at the moment.
Oh, great. The scary Daedra lady is back.
Flattery and cuteness will get you nowhere, elf. Come, little mortal. I have information. Say thank you, little mortal. I have read the ensorcelled scroll, and I know where we need to go next on our quest to learn Leovic's secret.
Awesome.
Unless, that is, you and the elf discovered something in the coded documents.
The coded message led us to Leovic's steward, but he was murdered by the Dark Brotherhood.
The assassins who follow Mephala? Or are they the ones who serve the Void? No matter. My information actually concerns the secret we seek to uncover. According to the ensorcelled scroll, there is another cache annex beneath the Imperial City.
There's something beneath the Imperial City?
Yes, hidden in the Imperial Sewers. I will open a portal that will get you close to the annex, but you will need to deal with the wards. For all their reverence of the Daedra, these Longhouse Emperors certainly went out of their way to keep us out.
Alright, let's go see what's waiting for us in the Imperial Sewers.
Oh, not me, little mortal. I have no intention of slogging through the muck and the sludge, when you are more than capable of handling that. I shall catch up to you after you have dealt with the wards. Go on now, and take the wood elf with you.
Right, we're going through
Did
another
I hear
portal.
that correctly? Sewers? Do you know what's in sewers? Sewage! It's disgusting!
I know.
All right. Let's just get going before I change my mind.
There's also lots of other players trying to kill you in the Imperial Sewers normally. But this is obviously some kind of instanced version of it.
So these are the Imperial Sewers. Fancy.
Fancy sewers. Yes, they are, I suppose. Oh, I didn't mean to steal. What? Why is it stealing? I mean, it's just some junk in the sewers. Oh well.
the Order of the Waking Flame got here first. Damn! The ward's down. The cultists must be inside.
Alright, let's go kill him. Easiest way
Go
to deal
slow.
with that problem.
Let's not alert the cultists until absolutely necessary. Look! A cache! And it's still warded!
Alright, I'm not going slow anymore. There's nobody there. I was expecting resistance.
These treasures
Uh-oh.
belong to the Order of the Waking Flame.
Alright, can I read this? A deal is struck. This parchment appears to be the record of an agreement made between Dorkarok, the Black Drake, and the Daedric Prince, Mehrunes Dagon. What a glorious day! As my prince commanded, I allied myself with the Reachman Dorkarok, also known as the Black Drake, and brokered a deal that will see the powerful barbarian crowned Emperor and placed upon the Ruby Throne. Now begins the true work, the endless preparations, the rituals, everything that must be done to make ready for the 4 ambitions of Mehrunes Dagon. We will perform our tasks and wait for the day when the final part of the arrangement will be carried out, and Mehrunes Dagon will claim his due. All praise the Prince of Destruction! All praise the Prince of Change!
Another sacrifice for Lord Dagon!
The Journal of Emperor Leovic. My father and my grandfather before me started all this, but I shall be the one to end it and reap the reward. If the bastard Varen doesn't show up and kill me first. My father had this annex built beneath Imperial City to house the last of our secrets, a safe haven for others to find so they could carry out the work. If worse comes to worse, you understand. Here are all the people who have at least a part of the puzzle, though only my steward and the leader of the Order of the Waking Flame know the entire truth, and even they aren't privy to the changes I needed to make as the forces of the traitor Varen draw near. The 4 ambitions aren't ready yet. If they were, I'd use them to destroy Varen and save my legacy, but the time of the ambitions is still a few years away. I have one last trick up my sleeve. I'll use the shrine in this annex, the one my father personally dedicated to Mehrunes Dagon, to appeal to the Prince of Destruction, and seek his help again, as my grandfather did when he conquered the Empire. If I fail, and if I fall to the traitor Varen, then you, High Priest of the Order of the Waking Flame, you will have to deal with the others and determine where I move the ambitions. I cannot let them fall into Varen's hands. Steward Pyro Lupus, Chief Counselor Lovricus has a list of names.
Blood for Lord Dagon!
Waking Flame Ritual. This document describes a ritual that must be performed at a dedicated shrine deeper inside this annex. If successful, the ritual will allow the performer of the ritual to communicate directly with Mehrunes Dagon. At least, that seems to be the general idea. Notes in the margin indicate that the ritual was inscribed by Eshil, Doombringer of the Order of the Waking Flame.
The cult's trying to contact Mehrunes Dagon. Let's find that shrine. Let's find that shrine before anything really awful happens. What kind of cracked acorn thinks it's a good idea to summon up a Daedric prince?
A cracked acorn that wants power, apparently.
Show me where to find your 4 ambitions.
Oh boy.
Step through the portal and prove your worth to the Lord of Fire and Flood.
This is not good.
That cracked acorn is stepping into oblivion?
Oh,
Look,
man.
behind the statue! A portal! Come on!
Alright, let's go. The Deadlands testing grounds.
I don't believe it! Is this really oblivion?
Yes, it is.
Why do you think he named this place the Deadlands? Looks more like the really hot lands to me.
Evely, what would I do without you? The world is coming to an end and you're making jokes. Way to go.
I gave the mortals everything they requested, and yet we come to this.
Your acolyte, the leader of our order. He sent me to find the 4 ambitions.
My errands will make short work of the cultist. I'm not too sure about Mehrunes Dagon.
Ah! I didn't block fast enough.
The leader of the Waking Flame sent me to finish what the Black Brick started.
I have invested a significant amount of effort into the 4 ambitions.
Keep missing blocks.
I hate wasting expensive arrows on the likes of you.
Me too.
And yet, the ambitions have been misplaced, and the bargain struck remains unfulfilled.
Then command me, Lord Dagon. I shall do whatever you ask.
Oh boy, we got a boss.
You want my ambitions? Then prove your worth and destroy the intruders.
Prince of Destruction, lend us your strength! Then face me directly, unbelievers!
Ah!
You bested my follower, mortals. So I shall permit you to leave my realm with your lives. Step through the portal and be gone.
Evely? Should we leave?
That's it? No talking? No explanations? Just go home, little mortals? Fine. Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, let's go.
A portal from oblivion? And you, little mortal, emerging with hardly a scratch? Come, tell me everything. You never cease to intrigue me, little mortal. Is that the distinct scent of Mehrunes Dagon and the Deadlands that lingers about you like a cloud of flesh flies? Never mind about that. Tell me what you learned and how you ended up in Dagon's realm.
The Waking Flame cultists were in the annex when we arrived.
Yes. The Order of the Waking Flame has been particularly persistent in trying to run down this secret for themselves. Speaking of which, did you learn any more about Leovic's secret?
I found a record of a bargain made between Dorkarok the Black Drake and Mehrunes Dagon.
Interesting. I recall something about that. The mortal who went on to become the first of the Longhouse Emperors attempted to make deals with a number of the Daedric princes, my own lord included. Any indication about the terms of this bargain?
Some sort of weapons, the 4 ambitions, and I found a list. People who apparently know the secret.
Well, little mortal, your course is clear. We have barely plumbed the depths of this mystery. You must find the people on this list and discover the truth of the 4 ambitions. Meanwhile, I have other avenues to explore.
All right.
Now that the scary Daedra lady is gone, let's talk.
Where are you, Evely? There you are.
That was kind of exciting. I've never been to any part of Oblivion before. A lot of it felt familiar, though, like places I've seen in my dreams lately. Anyway, thanks to everything we learned, I know exactly what needs to happen next.
What needs to happen next, Evely?
We need to find the people on that list. Warn them about the Dark Brotherhood. See what they can tell us about the ambitions. And what I should do with this book. Hey, thanks, by the way. I never got the rest of my pay, but I can spare this for now.
All right, we got Daedric Unwarding Amulet. It's memento. Every adventurer needs a tool that works against Daedric wards. Just hold this amulet up, invoke the magic, perhaps shield your eyes, and voila, however you pronounce that. The ward is not unwarded? Well, it's showy at least. And we got 332 gold.
I'll start the search in Leovic. That's where Chief Counselor Leviticus was last I heard. Think he's helping to govern the city or something. Once I get the lay of the land, I'll send word to you. You know, in case you still want to help and all.
Will you be alright hanging on to that strange book?
I think so. This all started when Farrell Lupus sent me to find this book, and that put me on the trail of Emperor Leovic's secret. Now we know that the secret concerns a deal made with Mehrunes Dagon and something called the 4 ambitions.
But we don't know any specifics.
Well, we know the Dark Brotherhood murdered Farrell Lupus, who turned out to be the Emperor's steward. And we know that the Waking Flame are Dagonists seeking the ambitions. In Leovic's notes, the ambitions were described as some sort of weapons.
And Lyrinth believes all of this concerns the fate of our world.
Yeah, not sure how I feel about the scary Daedra lady, but her ominous warning makes my leaves shudder. If Mehrunes Dagon has his sights set on Tamriel, we're in for all sorts of disasters. Whatever the Longhouse Emperors promised, it can't be good.
Leovic's notes also listed other people besides Farrell Lupus who know about the secret.
Right. I'm not an expert on Imperial politics, but I recognize Leviticus's name. He was on the Elder Council before the Empire fell. I remember listening to a herald in Eldenroot. They brought news that Leviticus was alive and serving in Leovic.
What do you know about Leovic?
Not a lot, really. I've never been up in that area. As far as I know, it's an Imperial city on the Topal Bay. So far, it's been able to keep the Three Banners Wall mostly away from its borders. Or so the heralds have reported.
How will you convince Leviticus that he may be in danger?
I don't know. I usually just make things up along the way. I suppose I'll offer my assistance and see what happens. Once I make some contacts, I'll send word. If you're still interested in solving this mystery, you can meet me then.
Alright, I'm still interested, Evely.
I'll start the search in Leowin. That's where Chief...
Okay, so we've got to go to Leowin next, which is inside of Blackwood, which will not be available until June. But let's check out this new memento here. Let me hotkey it. Alright, that's pretty cool. So that's it. That's it for the prologue. I will see you in June with the Blackwood walkthrough. I'll be playing through the entire expansion. I'm going to start with a level 1 character, do the tutorial, and I'm going to level that character all the way up to 50, doing Blackwood storyline, and I'll also be doing Dungeons and Battlegrounds, the whole experience. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel, and as soon as it comes out, you'll be able to catch those when they come out. In the meantime, thanks for watching. See you next time.